Nakakalimutan yata nila that they are senators of the people. It is the people who voted them as senator. They are not senators for Duterte. They're senators for the people. And what is he? What are his values? Is he really our senator, or is he the senator of Sara Duterte?
Enzo Recto, kalaban ang katiwalian at kasinungalingan, kakampi sa katotohanan at kabutihan.
Senador ba sila ng taong bayan or senador sila ni Sara Duterte? Ito ngayon ang banat nitong si Atty. Christian MONSOD, isa sa nagbalangkas ng ating konstitusyon. Ayon po sa kanya, bakit raw sila pa ang nagmumosyon na pigilan itong paglilitis? Abogado ba sila nitong si Sara? Ito ngayon ang maaanghang na pananalitang binitawan nitong si Atty. MONSOD dito sa ginagawang pagmamaniobra ng Senado sa impeachment trial ni Sara. Anyway, kung ano pa po ang mga sinabi niya, halina't panoorin po natin ito.
Good afternoon.
So, what did we see last night? Was it legal? Was it right? Was that all in essence or in consonance with the spirit of the 1987 Constitution, Attorney MONSOD?
Well, under the Constitution, the Senate is supposed to conduct the trial of the impeachment case. And then if they're referring to the section that says that there should only be initiated, I'll read it para maliwanag.
Sige po.
No impeachment proceeding shall be initiated against the same official more than once within a period of 1 year. So the question is, when is a charge, a complaint, considered initiated? And that is included in the responsibilities of the House. Now, it goes through the order of business. In fact, the Constitution is very what do you call this, specific about this, no? Na yung 10 days in the order of business, within 10 days and so on, it is referred to the Committee on Justice. And the Committee on Justice has 60 days in order to review the complaint on whether it is correct in form and substance, and if it is, and it endorses it to the plenary house to decide whether it should be filed or not. Now, so mahaba yung process of quote-unquote initiation. It is not considered initiated until the House decides that it should be filed. Because on the vote of 1/3 of the members of the House, and moreover, on with respect to what they call the number 4 charge, if it is filed by at least 1/3 of the members of the House, it automatically becomes the articles of impeachment. Wala ron yung issues na kine-question ng Senate. In fact, there's a case pending in the Supreme Court on that issue. That is not for the Senate to look into. That is an issue that is the Supreme Court to determine if there have been grave abuse of discretion on any branch or instrumentality of government that amounts to lack or excess of jurisdiction. Eh parang tinatanong ng Senate sa House, is your charge, yung complaint ninyo, is it constitutional? That's not their job. That is not their responsibility. That issue is to be decided by the Supreme Court. So hindi ko maintindihan kung ano yung ginagawa nitong House. Nakakalimutan yata nila that they are senators of the people. It is the people who voted them as senator. They are not senators for Duterte. They're senators for the people. And the wishes of the people, as embodied in the Constitution, should be followed by them. That they are supposed to try immediately the impeachment charges in order to find out if indeed the government official has violated or betrayed the public trust, because public office is a public trust. Ito, the Article 18 is there to protect the people, not to protect the accused.
Attorney Monsod, 2 points. First of all, when you talk about when is it deemed initiated, number one, hindi ba ilang beses na natin itong pinag-usapan? This is not the first impeachment trial that we're seeing. Ito po'y naresolba na dati pa. Second point, when the articles of impeachment, when it was automatically, the fourth complaint was automatically formed as the articles of impeachment, did the framers of the Constitution also think that when it's already formed, automatically formed as articles of impeachment, that this is already deemed as initiated?
Yes. Yes, it's filed. It was filed already. So it's more than initiated, right? It's initiated and filed already. So wala nang issue doon.
Wala nang issue. Wala nang dapat tanungin.
Correct. That's correct. And it's very disappointing how some senators do not consider themselves as the senator of the people, because the people are sovereign and they are just agents or public servants of the people. And Article 11 is a article to protect the rights of the people and to protect the people from irresponsible, unaccountable, and betrayal of public trust.
Let's go to that right now, because I don't know if you heard the soundbite of Senator Amy Marcos, wherein she said in so many words, this is not about holding the vice president to account. She says there are other cases, right? Numerous cases already filed against the vice president, that this impeachment trial is not all about holding her to account. It's not about accountability, but this all points to taking her out of the equation come 2028. Your thoughts on that, Attorney Monsod?
Well, that's an opinion of hers. That's nothing to do with the merits of the case. That should be totally ignored, that kind of opinion.
Then we go to the option now, or why the Senate has remanded the articles of impeachment to the House. Why was this even an option? What does this tell you, Attorney Monsod? Why did they even go there?
Well, it just tells us that the Senate President loves to talk and to play both sides of the equation. Kasi he originally scheduled it for June 2nd, hindi po ba? Na in fact dumating na yung Senate doon sa yung House doon sa Senate, and they were ready to read the articles of impeachment at the time. Pinospone niya. Right? Anong reason niya? Kasi daw yung time ay kailangan para tapusin yung legislative work of the Senate. But maliwanag naman na he called in the House kasi ang sabi niya, you will just follow the US proceedings na ang babasa ay yung prosecutor. I don't know why he shifted to that, because we have had previous impeachments where that was not the case. We did not follow the procedure of the US Senate. Marami siyang ganun eh. Mga pinapasok niya yung mga things that are not really material, but it enables him and certain senators to stretch, to postpone certain actions that should be taken by the Senate. It's very disappointing.
Talking about stretching and postponing, June 2nd, let's even talk about Feb, when the articles of impeachment were forwarded to the Senate. The minority could have also put this on the floor, could have also put this to a vote, or could have also objected and talked to the other senators and said, let's convene as impeachment court now. That was in Feb. We also saw June 2nd, but we also didn't see that kind of action from Senators Rizzo Ontiveros and Coco Pimentel. What does that tell you, Attorney Monsod?
Well, it doesn't tell me anything about the minority. They're trying their best and they're doing the right thing. They were surprised at what the Senate President did. That was not the public. That was not even discussed in a caucus. He made that judgment by himself.
All right. Now,
so don't blame the minority.
Okay, let's go to what the Senate President just said. I think he said this this morning. The Senate President insisting the upper chamber is not co-equal with the House when they are convened as an impeachment court. Dapat daw sumunod sila sa utos ng korte, at ang korte dito ay ang impeachment court. Your thoughts on that?
Well, except that the power and the the Senate should be doing is in the Constitution. It's in the Constitution, and their mandate is to conduct the trial, not to keep on postponing the trial. With the mukhang ang sabi, if I'm listening to Senator Tolentino, parang ang objective dito is just to accept the articles of impeachment, tapos yung trial ipapasa nila sa 20th Congress. Ngayon, yung mga ibang senators naman nagsasabi na no, that cannot be done because you cannot pass on to the 20th Congress the work of as a trial court. Well, yung issue na can it be passed on, there is a specific provision that this applies to legislation. Kung hindi natapos yung legislation, it's terminated and cannot be turned over to the incoming Senate. Iba yun. Pero itong kanilang mandate from the Constitution is to immediately hear the case. And if it is not finished, it will go to the 20th Congress because Senate is a continuing body. I even heard one senator saying na, kasi hindi pwede yun. Kasi yung Senate, magiging 12 lang and therefore there's no quorum. Maling-mali po siya. Hindi niya pinag-aralan. Because yung bagong senador na na-elect noong 2025 will assume office at noon, 12 noon on June 30, which is exactly the same time that the outgoing senators will finish their term. So there is never 1 second where there are only 12 senators.
And that's the very essence of the Constitution, that it remains to be a continuing body for purposes like this as well, Attorney Monsod, para walang puwang, walang patid.
Yes, kasi the constitutional provision is self-executory. When it says you try the case immediately, it means that the case should be finished, whether there is whether it is a dismissal, acquittal, or conviction by the Senate. It must go to that. It cannot be pitin na may hearings lang tapos ay sorry kasi 20th Congress na ang responsible, silang bahala. They cannot say that, right? The Constitution is very specific. There must be a trial, and that trial must follow all the way to a conviction or
an acquittal. Attorney Monsod, at the risk of sounding piloso po, you mentioned trial. Baka kasi sabihin ng mga senador, hindi pa parte naman to ng trial. Yung ganitong pag-uutos dun sa magkabilang panig, nagawin kung anong gusto ng korte. Ano pong masasabi niyo dun?
Well, what I'm saying, the role here, their special rule here on the question of impeachment is not exactly the same as any judge or judiciary, because not all of them are lawyers, for example, yet they participate. Right? Now, if they're saying, kasi ganito dun sa judge, kaya ganito din kami, di dapat hindi kayo yung mga hindi lawyers cannot appear in court. But they can. Because this is a special mandate of the Constitution.
Parang mahirap na what's convenient, yun ang inilalagay. Pero nalalayo naman dun sa kung anong dapat na inuutos sa kanila ng konstitusyon, Attorney Monsod.
Opo, of course. Kasi ang agenda naman nila iba eh. Ang agenda na is not to participate and to have a trial, impartial judges, and they, whether they're lawyers or not, that is the mandate to them, the instructions to them of the Constitution that they must do. And they must finish the job. Humahanap sila ng kung anong rason para ma-delay, para magkaroon ng possible derailment of the constitutional process of impeachment. Hindi nakakalimutan po na yata nila kung sino ang boss nila dito. Ang boss nila dito, mga tao. Pinapantayan sila ng mga tao. Anong klaseng senador yan? Right? What is he? What are his values? Is he really our senator, or is he the senator of of Sara Duterte.
Bunyog, bunyog, halikan na kasama ka. Bunyog, kapag buklod ay may pag-asa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, isa ang pananaw. Sa bagong Pilipinas ang bunyog isisigaw. Bunyog.